Hello, everyone, and welcome to HBC Wig Making. Today's lesson, we will be talking about lace frontals, how to construct them, how to bleach them, and how to customize your lace. Let's get started. Here in this video, I have a 12-inch 13 by 4 Theater HD lace frontal. Here I am spraying hairspray on the hair just to remove those flyaways. This is going to protect those knots from over bleaching, and it will also ensure that your flyaways on your lace frontal stay in place. Here you see I'm laying down foils. I'm taking my lightener. You want a nice thick consistency. Here are the products that I use. You can get these products on my website. Here I am applying my lightener to my lace frontal. I like to start in the back and work side to side and then work my way to the front. I like to use a plastic knife or spoon or a nice spatula just to ensure that I am spreading the product evenly and consistently throughout the lace. You will want to let this process for about 30 to 45 minutes depending on which developer between 20 to 30 volume you're using. Once all customization is done, you want to take your client, put the cap on their head, and then sew the frontal. Here I am starting in the back of her head, securing my first knot right behind the ear. Everyone has a different hairline, so as you begin wig making, you will notice that some sides will be longer than the others. That is due to the ear, and that's due to everyone having a different hairline. You want to make sure your client is holding the lace frontal in place to ensure a nice flat foundation. Once I secure my first knot, I will continue sewing in the back of the head from left to right. Here you see I'm taking the needle and going straight through the lace frontal and through the plastic. Be mindful when doing this so that you do not sew your client's hair through the cap. Be sure to sew closely together without leaving more than a finger spacing in between each thread. You want to go through the lace, through the cap, and if you do decide that you want to start sewing through the black straps that are on the cap, that is okay. You want to ensure that everything while you're sewing is nice and flat, while ensuring that your client is holding her lace frontal with maximum tension. You will continue this motion until you reach the top of the head. Once you reach the top of the head, then you will sew from the other side and then secure the top last. As I get closer to the top, I will start sewing through the black straps that are on the wig cap. This is going to ensure when we remove the plastic that our lace frontal stays in place. Now that we've reached the top, we will start on the other side and move on to our next section. Here we are doing the same thing on the other side. You want to go through the frontal corner piece first, while making sure you're grabbing some of the cap to ensure the lace frontal is nice and flat. I've already pre-cut the lace around the ear line and the hairline to ensure that we have a nice flat foundation, and this also eliminates bulking on the sides and ensure that the lace frontal is nice and secure and flat around the hairline. I like to make 2 knots when I first begin just to secure everything, and then I like to continue to sew. An easier way to do this, you can braid your client's frontal down once it's securely to their head to ensure that most of the hairs don't fly in your way as you begin sewing. Take your time. Make sure you're going through the lace frontal and through the cap. As you see, the cap and the lace frontal will begin to become more secure as you travel to the top. The reason you want to work left to right or right to left and save the top for last is to make sure that you do not lose the tension that you need to ensure that the lace frontal is nice and flat around the hairline. As we get closer to the top, we want to ensure everything is nice and flat and secure. I'm still going through my lace frontal and through my cap. Now that we have reached the top, let's secure the top. I'm going to start on the side that I first began, going through the cap and through the lace frontal. I'm going to take my needle, put it through my thread to create my first knot. I'm going to go underneath the cap and back through the lace frontal to resecure where I began. And then I will continue the sewing motion that I have been doing underneath twice, over top twice. And guys, this is not a race. Take your time. You want to make sure that frontal is nice and flat. Also, once you secure the sides and you have your client's measurements, you can finish this process at home. Or you can have your client come back to allow you the amount of time that you need for the wig construction and styling. Just depending on what type of wig you're working with, as we do have straight hair, wavy hair, and curly hair. Not all hair needs styling. I usually like to tell my clients to come back the next day. That way, it gives me the amount of time that I need to make sure everything is nice and secure. Also, guys, reason being that you also want to encourage your clients to give you 24 to 48 hours. Bobbins break, needles break. So just in case anything happens while you're at home and you can't get out to Joann's or Amazon isn't delivering, you want to make sure you always give yourself the amount of time that you need to properly secure the wig that you are constructing. Once you reach the corner, in some people's head shapes, it may be a little extra cap. What I'm doing is taking that extra cap and I'm joining it together with my lace frontal to create a nice flat foundation. We don't want any bulking in our wigs. Perfect. Now that we have reached side to side, we want to make a knot. I like to do 2 to 3 knots just to secure the frontal or lace closure in place. Once this step is complete, we're going to reinforce this with our sewing machine. Perfect, guys. Nice and secure, nice and flat. Look how flat that is. There's no bulking. Everything is nice and smooth and secure. Alright, guys. Let's get started. Thanks for watching, guys. To get the products that I used in my video, please visit my Instagram and click the link in my bio. See you next time. Happy slaying.